Count is 1-1. That pitch flared off, foul ball. First baseman giving chase, but he won't be able to make it. Justin Seward. Some audio adjustments needed to be made, so my apologies, folks. This is my first time on FloCollege. And I'm missing Truman Bartman already. Count is 1-2 from Hungerford. That pitch in there. That one's flared right. The right fielder, Jackson Searing, over in fair territory and makes the catch for the first out. Yuzi Uzawa coming to the plate. He's the DH in tonight's game. He's batting .250. He has 15 RBIs. That pitch taken inside. Got in there for a called strike. Count is 1-1. One away. That curveball just missed outside. That could be Hungerford's slider as well. Oh, a late swing from Uzawa. Evens the count at 2-2. Good fastball. A slider again just misses outside. Count goes full. Yuzi runs well. And a swing for a call third strike. Carter Rhodes coming to the plate. Carter leading the WCBL in batting average with a .469 batting average. He also leads with 27 RBIs. And he also has a good eye at the plate, as you would expect from someone who has a high batting average. He turns on that pitch, but hooks it foul down into the left field corner. There are 3 patios here at Athletic Park, one on top of the Mavericks dugout on third base, and then 2 patios down the left field line that are outside of your view. That pitch in there for a called strike. Two strikes on Roth. That off-speed pitch, high and outside. Hungerford is all over the strike zone with his fastball and is just missing a little bit with his off-speed pitches. That pitch misses high. Evens count at 2-2. Outfield playing straight away, as is the infield. That ball up in the air. And to the second baseman, Samart, and he makes the easy catch for the third out. Just a reminder that the Town Place Suites is the official home of the Medicine Hat Mavericks. And if you're coming to Medicine Hat, make sure you book in with the Town Place Suites for all your comfort needs. Leading off the top of the second for the Regina Red Sox will be Jaden Kalura, followed by Brady By and Justin Simard. That pitch misses low, off-speed pitch. Kalura from Hammond, Louisiana, just a little bit northeast of New Orleans. I imagine the humidity is very high down there this time of year. That fastball in there, hit to Morrison at first base. And he flips it over to Voitko for the first out. So we're back with the bottom of the second inning. For the Mavs, it'll be Aaron Volcano, followed by his brother Johnny Volcano and Evan Morrison. Aaron has good power. He's got 4 home runs this season, 17 RBIs. A pitch hit out into right center field. Center fielder giving chase. A great catch out in center fielder by Tucker. What a play. He got on his horse and covered a ton of territory. I thought that was going to fall in. And the way Volcano runs, that would have been an easy double. But boy, Tucker robbed him. One pitch, one out. Another pitch, a strike from Hungerford. That's what I said. He attacks the strike zone. Oh, good off-speed pitch. Had Volcano way out front. Count is 0-2. That pitch fouled back. Pitchers who work quickly and throw strikes are priceless. That ball hit up the middle. Over the shortstop, and he's safe at first base. Volcano gets down the line in a hurry. So that'll be an infield single, the Mavs' first hit of the game. Fox tried to come and get it, but just couldn't get it in time and make the throw on the run. Pitch low and outside to Morrison. Evan Morrison, local product, played high school baseball, Little League, American Legion. Oh, a half swing from Morrison. Not committed on that. Good sharp break from Hungerford. Fooled Morrison. Morrison has 4 home runs this season. That curveball floated in just a little high. Where Calora caught it, it looked like a strike, but it floated across the strike zone high. That pitch misses outside. The count is 3-1. Big hole between first and second. Seward is holding Volcano on. That ball hit out into center field. Tucker on his horse, and he runs it down again. Tucker gets a great jump. As soon as the ball was hit, he was running right to where he thought it was going to land, and that's where it landed. So 2 away with Volcano still at first. Coming to the plate is Jaden Babiuk. Babiuk from Edmonton takes that pitch for a called strike. It's second year with the Mavs. Volcano bluffed like he was going. Babiuk strokes it out into left field for a single. Pitch in on his hands, and he fought it off and hit it over the shortstop. So the Mavs have runners on first and second. Nate King, tonight's catcher, coming to the plate. King batting .286. Righty versus lefty combination. That pitch misses high and outside. Mavs need to make Hungerford work. See if they can get his pitch count up. So far, they haven't been able to do it. Oh, that Bart is scorched, but right at the left fielder. Wow, the Mavs hit the ball hard this inning, but have nothing to show for it. Left fielder Raphael Jackson was standing right there when the ball was scorched and made the easy catch. So we'll be back with the top of the third inning in a blink of top of the third, top of the order for the Regina Red Sox. Tucker, Jackson, and Searing will be batting against Voitko in the third inning. That curveball floats in there for a strike. Searing grounded out to the second baseman, Babiuk, his first plate. Oh, that went off his knee. Voitko is down. We'll have to see what's happening there. That ball hit him right on the right knee, I believe. He tried to turn to avoid it, but it hit him and just ricocheted out into right field. So that'll be a single for Tucker. Voitko getting a hand to get up from Nate King. Getting a good round of applause from the fans here. Let's see how his foot is. He's going to walk around a little bit, which he should do. He'll take a couple of pitches. That looked terrible at first. Sometimes getting it off the bone is a lot better than getting it off the muscle. A muscle will start seizing up on you and start cramping, whereas if you get it off the bone, it hurts initially. I don't think it got him off his kneecap. It got him off the side bone just below the kneecap. So we have Tucker at first base, Jackson at the plate. Jackson grounded to the right side, went off of Morrison's glove, and then passed Babiak for a single. That pitch in there for a called strike. Middle infield playing double play depth. Roth in a little bit on the corner, just playing behind the second, third baseline. Throw over to first base, Tucker back in time. Tucker is 5 for 7 in stolen base attempts this year. There's a comebacker. Oh, it went right past Tucker. I'm sorry, it went right past Voitko. He tried to field it, but it went to Volcano, who was standing at second base. It wasn't hit hard enough for Volcano to step on the base and throw to first, although it was bang bang at first base. So a runner remains at first base. There is one out. A fielder's choice for Jackson to get to first base. He's got a good lead, not going. That pitch in there for a called strike, curveball. Voitko has led off all three batters with a curveball, and all three of them were for strikes. That pitch hit hard past Babiak, no chance. Jackson's going for third. Volcano's got a good arm, but not in time. Jackson has great speed. Good play by Roth to come and cut that off so that Searing didn't take second base on the throw to third base. So runners on the corner. Jalen Seward at the plate. That pitch misses low and away. That pitch also low in the dirt. King blocks it. Red Sox have something going. Runners on the corners, only one away. Mavs will be looking for a ground ball. See if they can turn to get out of this jam. That ball is tattooed into right field, and it's down for a single. So Seward will drive in Jackson from third base. And that'll be the third run. Searing moves up to second base. James Wright at the plate. He lined out to the first baseman his first at bat. Pitch high and inside. Three hits this inning for the Red Sox. That pitch misses low and away. good approach by the Red Sox. Those pitches that are just on the outer half of the plate, they're just hitting it hard to right field, not trying to pull it. That pitch in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Good fastball. Count is 2-1. On deck, Kalura, the catcher. That curveball gets right swinging. Evens the count at 2-2. That curveball just a little bit up in the zone. Oh, foul. Good fastball in on the hands. Wright was able to foul it off. Wright batting .315 on the season. He's a DH. That pitch misses low and away. Count is full. Right from Colorado Springs, one of the more beautiful areas in the United States, certainly in Colorado. There's a ball hit to Volcano, steps on the base, flips it over to first, and there's the double play that the Mavericks were hoping to get. Hard hit ball, but Volcano positioned perfectly, fields it with one hand, steps on the base, transfers the ball, and it's over to first for the third out. So we'll be back with the bottom of the third right after a short break. So the Red Sox have scored 3 runs on 5 hits, have committed no errors. The Mavericks have no runs on 2 hits and have committed 1 error. Leading off for the Mavericks in the bottom of the third will be Micah Dvorak, batting .269 on the season, 22 RBIs and 4 home runs. That ball fouled off to the right side. He'll be followed by Jeremy Freeman and Yusi Uzawa. That ball stroked out into right field, and it'll get down for a single. Right fielder Searing gets it into second base. But a good start for the Mavs. Jeremy Freeman up at the plate. Freeman flew out to right field, his first at bat. It was right near the foul line, but Searing did catch it in fair territory. That ball is in the dirt. I mentioned earlier that the Mavs are 11-0 at home, but this team, the Red Sox, scares me the most. Dvorak leaning, but back to first base. That pitch bounces again in the dirt. Count is 2-0. Great hitters count. Freeman's got to be looking something up in middle in that he can turn on. Although he has good power to right center as well. That pitch is up. Ball 3. Looks like a steady diet of off-speed pitches from Hungerford. That pitch in there for a called strike. Count is 3-1. Dvorak still at first base. A throw over to first just to keep him honest. That pitch misses high, and it's ball 4. So runners on first and second. That's exactly what the Mavericks needed. Time is called. The pitching coach coming out. That's Stephen Butts. Heck, just a reminder, attack the strike zone with your fastball. Hungerford has been attacking the strike zone all the way through, and then he just seemed to ease up this inning. Mind you, Dvorak hit the first pitch he saw, and that looked like a fastball. But then 3 straight off-speed pitches to Freeman got him in a hole 3-0. Now, UC could be bunting here. JT does not mind playing small ball. Third baseman Brady Bye is in on the corner. First baseman is in. Fox is trying to hold Dvorak at second. There's the bunt, and it's down. It's a great bunt. They're not going to be able to get him. A bunt single for Yusi Uzawa, and that loads the bases. Uzawa is a great bunter. So although Bai was expecting it, it was such a good bunt that there was no way that he could get him. And didn't even attempt to throw, which is wise, because if that ball gets by the first baseman, Seaward, there's going to be 2 runners scored and another runner at third. That ball hit. That could be 2. Over to Fox, over to first, and it's thrown away. And now Freeman will come in to score. And back to first is Roth. So there's a little bit of talk now about, was that a legal slide at second base from Usawa? Usawa is out. Dvorak comes in to throw. So they're sending, what are they doing here? The third base umpire is signaling out. Now JT is on the field. He's talking to the first base umpire, Brian Stair. Trevor Stoico, the third base umpire, raised his hand. So the discussion is about an illegal slide at second, but then there's an overthrow at first. So if there's an illegal slide, Roth would be out at first. Now the question will be then, does Freeman score? So what is happening here, folks? We'll have to see what's going to get straightened out. So they're going to send Freeman back to first base or third base. I don't know if they can do that. Like he would have gotten third. Freeman was at second. He would have gotten third on the hit and then home on the overthrow. And Roth is out, so there is two away. And now we only have a runner at third. So Freeman's at third. There is two away. That pitch is in the dirt for ball one. So good fortune for the Red Sox. Now I don't get the advantage of replay, and I'm not sure you do at home either, folks, but you can judge for yourself. We have Aaron Volcano at the plate. He hit the ball hard into right center the last time, and Tucker made a great running catch. Count is 1-1. Score is 3-1, folks. That ball hit slowly to second base, Simard, and he's over at first, and he's safe. A head first slide. And first base umpire Brian Stair called them safe. Simard took lots of time. We know that Volcano does not give up on anything. He runs hard. He's 3 for 4 in stolen bases this year, and he did not give up on that. Simard a little bit too casual about that. So he's going over to talk to the umpire, and he shouldn't be. It's between the manager now and the first base umpire. But the Mavericks score their second run. So it'll be a single and an RBI for Aaron Volcano. So I'll have to say good fortune for the Mavericks on that, as I did for the Red Sox. I think that call could have gone either way. In fact, it probably was more out than safe. But boy, on those bang-bang plays, you have to look at them several times to determine whether it's safe or out. So the umpires have a very tough job. That pitch high. Mavericks with 2 runs this inning. Volcano at the plate. Volcano at first base. That ball hit out into center field. Tucker given a little bit of chase. He's on the warning track, but it'll be caught there. Volcano gives it a ride, but not quite hard enough and far enough. So after 3 complete innings, it's Regina Red Sox 3, hometown Medicine Hat Mavericks 2. So Kalura followed by Bai and Samard for the Red Sox in the top of the fourth. Kalura grounded out to the first baseman his first at bat. That curveball in there for a called strike. Fastball fouled off to the left side. Roth giving chase, but it'll be out of play. Not by much. There's a lot of open territory out there. And even from what you get to see on your screen, there's a lot more territory in behind the Red Sox dugout and the Mavs dugout. That ball hit to Roth at third. He has to come in and get it, and a good strong throw over to first baseman gets him. That was a high hopper. He had to wait for the ball to come down. And Kalura is out at first base. By single to left field, his first plate appearance. That pitch misses high. Right up the middle. Volcano dives for it, but can't get it. Even if he comes up with that, Bai is on first base with his second hit. Justin Samard coming to the plate. He popped up to Morrison at first base, right near the bag. His first plate appearance. That ball hit to Babiak. He'll flip over to Volcano, over to first, and he's out for the double play. A 4-6-3, neatly turned double play. Babiak to Volcano to Morrison, and a quick inning for Voitko and the Mavs. So we're back with the bottom of the fourth inning. Regina has 3 runs on 6 hits. The Mavs 2 runs on 5 hits. And for the Mavs this inning, it'll be Morrison, Babiak, and King. Morrison lined out into right center, his first plate appearance. That pitch misses for ball 1. That pitch is low for ball 2. Morrison looking for something here he can drive. He has 4 home runs on the season and 15 RBIs. That's a ball hit softly to the first baseman. Savard over to first, and he's safe at first. A little slow getting over there was Hungerford. So Morrison will have a single. Normally you'd want an out on that. Now Babiuk up, he singled out into left field, his first plate appearance. Morrison does run well. He hasn't stolen yet this year, but we'll see what happens. That ball fouled off. Up into the stands. Somebody made a great catch up there. As we said, a beautiful night for baseball. Plus 27 degrees, about 80. No wind. Both flags are hanging limp. Count is 1 strike. That ball taken outside. Looked like a slider from Hungerford. No action in either bullpen. That ball hit, and there's a single for Babiuk, his second hit. That ball bobbled out in right field by Searing. Morrison had already pulled up at that time. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. Back-to-back singles. Nate King coming up the plate. King lined out to left fielder Raphael Jackson, his first plate appearance. Hit the ball hard, but right at Jackson. There's a little bit of stirring now in the Red Sox bullpen. Nobody throwing yet, but there is some stretching going on. There's the bunt attempt from King. Looked like it was a push bunt. I think this is a sacrifice bunt occasion, not a push bunt. Just put down the perfect bunt and then run. And if you make it to first, that's fine. And if you're out, you got runners where you wanted them. There it is, a good bunt. Down to Hungerford at third. And he throws, and he was off the base at third. Brady Bye is very upset. He thinks he was on the base, and I'm going to have to agree with him. I'm thinking that he was on the base. The time will be called, and Regina's manager is going to go out and talk to umpire Trevor Stoico. Now, Stoico is not going to change his call. I haven't seen much of that this year where an umpire changes his call. Now, Hungerford's throw was high, but I think Brady Bye stayed on the base. But nevertheless, we got bases loaded. That's the second time the Mavs have bunted. Now they're going to ask for help from home plate. Now, there's no way the home plate umpire can see that. That was Stoico's call all the way. But if you don't ask for help, so good call by the manager, but no, they're not changing it. Imagine one umpire overruling another when it's strictly one umpire's call. They would be doing that all night. So on both sack bunt attempts by King and by Usawa, they were reached first base safely. So bases loaded, nobody away. And Dvorak at the plate. Dvorak singled his first plate appearance. He's got 22 RBIs for the season. That pitch is fouled off. He also has 4 home runs. So he does well in the number 9 position. Jalen Seward is playing in on the grass at first base. That ball hit, and giving chase and making an easy catch is Brady Bye in foul territory. So a little flare from Dvorak, and there's one out. Jeremy Freeman at the plate. Freeman walked his last plate appearance, came around to score the second run. A hard hit ball coming back to home, and Hungerford throws it away. That could have been a double play, but Hungerford didn't get his body turned correctly and just launched it over the catcher, Kalura. Kalura had no chance. So that'll be an error, a fielder's choice, and an error on Hungerford. The bases remain loaded again for Yuzi Uzawa. Swings, fouls that off his back foot. Boy, the Mavericks are getting the calls this inning. Count is 0-1 to Yuzi. Yuzi needs to get the ball into the outfield. A pitch in there for a called strike. Count is 0-2. Bases loaded. A soft ground ball to the second baseman, Samard, over to first base for the second out. No chance to turn two. And the Mavericks take a lead with Babiak coming home. So that'll be an RBI for Uzawa. That's his 16th RBI. So time is called. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Carter Roth coming to the plate, a right-handed hitter. Roth is 0 for 2 against Hungerford, but looks like they want a right-on-left matchup, or a right-on-right matchup. We'll try to get a number for you here, folks. We still don't have a number. Numbers are very difficult to see on the Regina Red Sox back of their uniforms. It's a red, a dark scarlet red onto a navy blue. So Aiden Page into pitch. Aiden Page from Leedy, Oklahoma, 10 Southwest Oklahoma. He's a senior. Beautiful state of Oklahoma. That's one of my favorite states. This is Page's 9th appearance. All in relief. He's pitched 19 and 2/3 innings. He's got 24 strikeouts versus 10 walks. Has an 0-1 record with a 4.11 ERA. So, Carter Roth at the plate. Good opportunity for the Mavs to add to their lead. Mavs up 4-3. That pitch high. Roth has a good eye at the plate. And he'll hit the ball from foul line to foul line. There's a ball hit to the shortstop. Fox up with it over to first base, Seaward for the third out. A good job by Page coming in. 2 pitches, gets the ground ball out. But the Mavs score a couple of runs and take the lead 4-3. So for the Red Sox in the top of the fifth inning, it'll be Fox, Tucker, and Jackson. Fox struck out his first plate appearance, was up 3-0 on the count, and then struck out on 3 fastballs. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Curveball from Voitko. That fastball hit out into the field. Second baseman Babiuk underneath it makes the catch. Just about had it go over his head. But first out is always the most important out, besides the second and third out. Oh, top of the order, Jordan Tucker at the plate. Tucker is 1 for 2. Hit a ground ball up the middle, his last plate appearance. Swings and fouls that to third base. Curveball misses low and away. Evens the count at 1-1. On base, Raphael Jackson. Jackson has scored 2 runs for the Mavs. That ball hit out into left field. Dvorak giving chase and makes the easy catch in left center for the second out. So 2 away, Raphael Jackson at the plate. Jackson singled his first plate appearance, scored the first run of the game on Seward's 2-run home run in the first inning. That pitch in there for a strike. Then got on with the fielder's choice. Hit the ball to the shortstop and double play wasn't turned. That one to Roth at third. Over to first base. And a quick inning again for Voitko. 1, 2, 3. And they'll come to the bottom of the fifth to see if they can add to their 4-3 lead. So we'll see what takes place here. We got Aaron Volcano at first. He got hit by the very first pitch from Page. Curveball that hung up and hit him in the helmet. No harm done and no intent. Johnny Volcano at the plate. The count is 0-2. A swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout for the first out. Morrison at the plate. Takes that pitch low and away. Aaron Volcano at first. Morrison at the plate. A throw over to first. Volcano back in time. Pitch in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss by Morrison. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Long look by Page. Takes that pitch, calls strike on the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts from Page on Volcano and Morrison. So Babiak up at the plate. Babiak is 2 for 2 tonight. Hit a single to left field and hit a single to right field. Takes that first pitch for a called ball outside. Volcano still at first base. That's Aaron Volcano. Pitch in there for a called strike. A pitch hit to the shortstop. Fox over to first baseman Seward for an easy 6-3 out, and that'll end the bottom of the third inning. Good job by Page. Only 1 base runner allowed, and that was on a first pitch hit batter. So we'll be back shortly with the top of the 6th.
What the heck? Oh, you have this on 4. Try this. There you go.
Thanks.
No problem. Anytime. Can you believe we're playing this? What is going on out there? Oh my goodness.
What do you mean?
There's a lot going on out there.
Oh, there is. I know.
We'll talk more after the game.
Yeah. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties. For the Regina Red Sox, in the top of the sixth will be Searing, Seward, and Wright. Voitko's first pitch to Searing. Off-speed pitch for a ball. That ball hit foul. Out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Voitko having a very strong outing. Last two innings were both 1-2-3 with a double play thrown in there after a single. That ball hit to Morrison, past Morrison. No chance for Morrison at first base. A single out into right field. And that's just what the doctor and his Searing ordered. A leadoff single. That's Searing's second hit of the night. That'll add to his .448 batting average. James Wright at the plate. Wright is 0 for 2. Lined out to the first baseman and grounded out to Volcano at short. First pitch in there for a called strike. Searing not a base stealer per se. That ball grounded to third baseman, but foul. Roth fields it, flips it back into Voitko. Count is 0-2. Mavs would like another ground ball. See if they can turn a double play. On deck, James Wright. That pitch misses high. A lot of fans down the first base and third base line. Athletic Park holds about 2,400. There's a swing and a miss. And not able to run even on the drop third strike because of the runner on first base. So Seward goes down swinging. Seward was 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run and a single. He had all three of the Red Sox RBIs tonight. So James Wright at the plate. I think I misinformed you earlier by saying Seward was 0 for 2. It's Wright that's 0 for 2. That pitch misses low. Fastball popped up. King giving chase. Does he have a play? He does have a play. Stuck with it, and the second out is recorded by a pop-up to Nate King. So Calera at the plate. With 2 away, a runner still remains at first base. Calera is 0 for 2. That pitch misses outside. Calera grounded out to the first baseman and grounded out to Roth at third base. So he sprays it around the field. Searing still at first. That pitch in there for a called strike. Off-speed curveball from Voitko. That ball fouled off. Scatters everybody in the Mavs dugout. That was a screamer right over that short fence. The count is 1-2. Searing still at first. Voitko not paying much attention to him. I think he's going to have to throw over there. Searing's getting a big lead. And I'm saying big lead. That ball popped out of play. There was a $3 million renovation done to Athletic Park. $3 million 3 years ago. That ball hit to Volcano at short. Oh! Fielded it to the side and it went off his knee. I think he might have been a little bit undecided as to whether or not he was going to flip it to Babiak at second. But that'll be an error on Volcano, and there are now runners on the corner. It's exactly what Voitko wanted. It was a ground ball. He got it, but Volcano couldn't handle it. So now Brady By at the plate. By is 2 for 2. Not the guy you want to see coming to the plate. Swings at that. Fouls it back. And good news with the Regina Red Sox having new ownership. That ball in there for a called strike. Good off-speed curve ball from Voitko. Count is 0-2. And let's hope that the fans of the Regina Red Sox are able to get a new stadium. That ball fouled off. Curry Field has been around forever. And a new stadium downtown would really add to the sports scene in Regina. That pitch misses low. Count is 1-2. Again, fouled off. By not giving in, and neither is Voitko. Count remains 1-2. Calera at first, Searing at third. Count is 1-2, 2 away. Curveball off of Morrison's glove. He isn't able to track it down. Hard hit ball. That'll be a single for By. And that'll drive in Searing from third and tie the game at 4. Morrison laid out for that. Was able to get a glove on it. Good thing he did. Or Calera would have ended up at third and By at second. So we have a tie game, folks. Justin Samard up at the plate. That pitch in there for a called strike. So that error by Volcano comes back to definitely hurt the Mavs. That pitch low and evens the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball got away on King. Count is 1-2. Good breaking pitch from Voitko. Voitko's pitched very well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses outside. Evens the count at 2-2. On deck, Matthew Fox. Searing led off the inning with a single to the right side. There's a strike and a strike out. That's the third out of the inning. But the Red Sox score 1 run on 2 hits and leave 2 runners left on base. After 5.5 innings, it's tied at 4. So for the Mavs in the bottom of the 6th will be King, Dvorak, and Freeman, 8, 9, and 1 hitters. King is 1 for 2. Singled his last at bat. Aiden Page on the mound throws a good curveball. Has King out front on a check swing. But it is a called strike. That curveball just misses up, I think. Very close. Evens the count at 1-1. That curveball catches a corner. Good slider from Page. This is Page's 3rd inning of work. Came in the bottom of the 4th with 2 out, runners on base. Threw 2 pitches and got a ground out. Last inning hit the first batter and then got 3 consecutive outs, 2 on strikeouts. The count here is 2-2 on King. Curveball in there and swinging right through it is Nate King. 3rd strikeout for Page. He's got a very sharp breaking ball. Breaks late and breaks sharp. So Micah Dvorak coming up. Dvorak is 1 for 2. Hit the very first pitch he saw from Hungerford for a single into right field. And then popped up to the 3rd baseman with the bases loaded. In the 4th inning, that pitch catches the corner for a strike. That ball hit right up the middle. Fox on it, gets rid of it quickly, and indeed he needed to as he gets Dvorak going down the first baseline. A great play by Matthew Fox. Realized he had to get rid of it quickly and just flipped it over. Somewhat underhand, but had enough on it to get it to seaward at first for the 2nd out. So top of the order with Jeremy Freeman Jr. at the plate. Freeman is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. That pitch misses for ball 1. Good curveball in there for a called strike. There is action in the Mavs bullpen. I don't have a number for you. There, ball is hit fair, and it'll be Freeman standing on second base. That either hit the line or was just inside the line, and Freeman has a stand-up double. Reached out with his bat, plunked it over the first baseman, and it landed fair. So a runner in scoring position with two away. And Yuzi Usawa coming to the plate. Usawa is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout. There goes Freeman from third. That'll be close. And he is dead on arrival. DOA didn't get a good jump. And with a left-handed hitter, Calera was able to throw to by a perfect throw right on the base, catch, and just put the glove down for the slide. And that's the third out of the inning. So the Mavericks score no runs on one hit and leave nobody left on base. So for the Red Sox in the top of the seventh inning, it'll be Fox, Tucker, and Jackson. 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Fox is 0 for 2 tonight. Fastball hit, popped up into left field. Dvorak coming in. He'll make a play, easy catch on it, and that'll be the first out. So the Red Sox have 4 runs on 8 hits and committed 2 errors. And the Mavericks 4 runs on 8 hits and have also committed 2 errors. So Jordan Tucker at the plate. Tucker is 1 for 3 tonight. Curveball in there for a called strike. Another curveball, swing and a miss by Tucker. Count is 0-2. Another curveball right up the middle. Tucker was waiting for it that time. Timed it up perfectly. Oh, and he slid. Was able to regain his feet and get back to first. But 3 consecutive curveballs. And Tucker waited on the third one and has himself the second hit of the night. Luis Diaz is warming up in the Mavs bullpen. That pitch in there for a called strike. Tucker will run. He's got 5 stolen bases this year. Oh, there's a ball scorched into right field. Tucker rounding. He's going to for third. Volcano with the throw just offline, but that throw allowed Jackson to get to second base. Had that throw been online, it could have been bang bang at third. But Tucker took the extra base, put the pressure on the Mavs to make the perfect throw, and it wasn't quite perfect, but back-to-back singles has runners on second and third. And there'll be a pitching change. There is one out, and coming to the plate is Jackson Searing, not the guy you want to see coming to the plate. We might see an intentional walk. But Jalen Seward, batting right behind them, is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs tonight and a 2-run home run. So we'll take a short break here while Diaz warms up. So here's the situation, folks. Runners on second and third. Tucker and Jackson with back-to-back singles. There is one away, and at the plate is Jackson Searing, batting .448. That pitch in there for a called strike from Diaz. Diaz works quickly, has a very good fastball and a good curveball, very similar to Page. That ball hit to Volcano over to first base. That's his only play, and Tucker comes in from third with a go-ahead run. So Searing gets his job done with an RBI on the 6-3 putout. Jalen Seward at the plate, holds up on that pitch on the outside. It's a ball. The count is 1-0. Raphael Jackson at second base. That pitch checked down at first base, but he didn't go. That's a good call. It's 2-0. Seward's struck out his last at bat, not strike out looking. He swung at it, but he's got a good hitter's count. Oh, a good off-speed pitch from Diaz had Seward way out front. Count is 2-1. 2-1, you're looking fastball, and that's exactly what Seward was doing, looking fastball, but he got the off-speed pitch. There's a ground ball hit to the third baseman, Roth, over to first. He bounces it to Morrison because of the sun, and he gets the third out, and Raphael Jackson remains at second base. So the Red Sox score 1 run on 2 hits, leave 1 runner left on base, and they take the lead with a 5-4 score. And just a reminder again, Town Place Suites is the official on-the-road home for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. If you're looking to come to Medicine Hat, there's lots of activities coming up. Canada Day coming up. And there's also the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede. And if you're looking for a place to stay, Townhouse Suites is your destination. So for the Mavs on the bottom of the seventh, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 Usawa, followed by Roth and Volcano. That pitch sails past the catcher for ball one into the backstop. Mavs trailing by a score of 5-4 in the bottom of the seventh. Aiden Page on in relief has done great. Oh, a line drive! Right at the first baseman seaward, and he left the ground and did not let the ball get by him for a line out, first out of the inning. Carter Roth coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. We haven't seen that very often this year, an 0 for 3. Good curveball in there for a called strike. So it's in the hand of the relief pitchers tonight. That ball hit out into right field. Searing coming in. He's going to have an easy play on it. Makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. So Aaron Volcano coming to the plate. Volcano is 1 for 2. Has an RBI tonight. He also got hit by a pitch. Volcano looking to get something going here for the Mavs. That fastball misses up and in. I like this Aiden Page on the mound. He works quickly. It's a good fastball and a great breaking pitch. Just misses outside and low. The count is 2-0. Volcano will be looking for something here. Middle in that he can get barrel out front on. There it is, and he hooks it but pulls it way foul. I'd sooner see that than a check swing on a 2-0 count. He knows what he was looking for. He got it and just got barrel out front a little too quickly. Oh, there's a swing on a pitch not close, but again, that really good breaking ball from Page. Evens a count at 2-2. Volcano taps the bat on the plate. There's a ball off the end of the bat. Foul. Count remains at 2-2, 2 away. And a swinging and a miss by Volcano on a fastball on the outer part of the plate. Page comes in and does a great job. So here's the line score that I have for the two starting pitchers. First for the Regina Red Sox, Holden Hungerford went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, struck out 1, and walked 1. For Foster Voitko, he went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, struck out 3, and didn't walk anybody. So the pitchers were very good tonight, and that's why we have a score of 5-4. A game that's been moving along very quickly, and we have Luis Diaz on the mound in relief for the Mavericks and Aiden Page on relief for the Regina Red Sox. For the Red Sox, in the top of the 8th inning, it'll be Wright, Kalura, and Bai. As we said, these teams are very close, and at the beginning I said that I felt Regina Red Sox have the advantage over the Mavericks. Certainly in terms of pitching, and they have a slight advantage in terms of hitting. But as you can see, the score 5-4, 10 hits to 8 hits. Both teams have committed 2 errors. And we have James Wright, who will lead it off for the Red Sox. Wright is 0 for 3. That pitch misses low. Pitch in there for a called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball hooked over the third base coach. I think he ducked. He might have ducked late. Count is 1-2. There's a ball off the end of the bat. Jaden Kalura goes over, picks it up, throws it to the Mavs dugout. That pitch catches a corner for strike 3. Kalura didn't like it, but that's the way she goes. I'm sorry, that was Wright, not Kalura. Kalura's at the plate now. So Kalura is 0 for 3. Caught on the ground ball to Volcano. That went off Volcano's glove and scored the go-ahead run. That ball misses outside. The count is 2-0. Curveball in there for a called strike. Another pitch in there for a called strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Both Diaz and Page work quickly on the mound. And that keeps your defense going. In there for a called strike 3. Catches the outside corner, a backdoor curveball. So 2 quick outs. Brady Bye is 3 for 3 tonight. We haven't been able to get this guy out. Pitch misses low and away by a local Regina product. Lots of good baseball in Regina at the youth level. That ball hooked foul. Evens the count at 1-1. The Saskatchewan Premier Baseball League is a very good league. Has teams from all over the province. Pitch misses low, gets past Nate King. For the Mavs on the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Johnny Volcano, Evan Morrison, and Jaden Babiuk. Curveball in there for a called strike. 2-2. I don't think you can get by out with a curveball. I think you have to go hard. So let's see what Diaz delivers. There's a fastball, and it's in on the hands, and Babiuk, easy toss over to Morrison for the 3rd up. So 3 up, 3 down for Diaz and the Mavs, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. So the bottom of the 8th inning, Mavs trailing by a score of 5-4. As we said, a beautiful evening here tonight at Athletic Park. No wind. And that's one of the nice things, is no wind. Attendance for tonight's game was 1,090. So the Mavs have only been under 1,000 fans a couple of times, and they've had over 2,200 fans here one night and over 1,900 another night. Johnny Volcano leading it off for the Mavs in the bottom of the 8th. Takes a nasty curveball in there for a called strike. That pitch, same one, misses low and away. They ask for the appeal. He didn't go. Evens the count at 1-1. That ball fouled off the catcher's glove. Count is 1-2. Volcano struck out against Page his last at-bat. Curveball hit out into left center field. That's trouble. That's going to be off the wall. Tucker picks it up in left center by the service sign, throws it in. But Volcano has a leadoff double and stands at second base. Just exactly what the Mavericks needed. Somebody to get on base. Page has not had a base runner beyond second so far since he's come into the game, and that was Jeremy Freeman, who had a double and then got caught trying to steal third on the very next pitch. So Morrison at the plate. Morrison swings. Pop up to third base by giving chase, but it's into the Mavs dugout on the right side. Count is 0-1. Morrison has got to be able to pull the ball to the right side to at least get Volcano over to third. You want to drive in the runner, but the least you need to do is get him to third. Now he goes to put down the bunt and does not get the bunt down. Trying to get a bunt down. The third baseman by was playing back. Had he got it in fair territory, he would have had a base hit. But now the count is 0-2. So now Morrison definitely has to just be concerned about getting Volcano over to third. Pitch misses high and outside. The count is 1-2. There is some throwing going on in the Red Sox bullpen. We'll try to get you a number as soon as we can. Looks like David Hankins, number 14. Morrison tries to get that ball to the right side, fouls it off. Hankins from Katy, Texas. If I'm not mistaken, I think Katy, Texas is right in that Houston area. He also attended Louisiana State at Shreveport. Morrison takes that pitch as high and outside. And they're signaling from the bullpen that he's ready to go. This could be Page's last hitter. That pitch misses high and outside. Morrison works the count to full. Again, regardless of the count, Morrison's got to be looking at it. If there's a pitch, he's got to get his bat out front, roll it over to the right side. And he misses, and Morrison will take a walk. I'm looking down at the Red Sox dugout, and there doesn't seem to be any intent to make a pitching change. Babiak coming to the plate with nobody out, runs on first and then second. Guess what he's going to do, folks? He's going to be bunting. Seward and By both in on the corners. Babiak takes that pitch high for ball one. Mavericks have something going here in the bottom of the eighth. They just got to execute. No need to get fancy. Babiak up in front of the batter's box, so that's an indication he's bunting. Oh, and he just fouls it. Not sure if he tried to pull the bat back, but I think it went off of Kalura's leg. He's taking his time walking out to Page. So it's all a matter of execution now by the Mavs. Page is quick on the mound. Any ball that he gets, he's going to try to get the runner at third, which is Johnny Volcano. So that's why it has to be a really good bunt here. It can't be back to the pitcher. He's got to have the first baseman or the third baseman commit. There it is. Oh, but it's foul. Trying to get it down to the third baseman. Now the count is 1-2. So again, Babiuk, if he can pull the ball to the right side, it'll be a difficult double play. Now he just has to make contact. Count is 1-2. Curveball misses high and away. Count is 2-2. Didn't miss by much. Seagulls are flying in, looking for something to eat. Two of them have landed in center field. Count is 2-2. Runners on first and second. Nobody away. Bottom of the eighth. Ball hit foul. Count remains 2-2. Good battle going on here. And Babiuk couldn't get the sack bunt down. And we know the previous two bunt attempts resulted in base hits for the Mavs. There's that ball hit, and it's going to get down. Right fielder Searing tried to decoy Johnny Volcano, and Babiuk gets a hit. So that loads the bases with nobody out. And now we have Nate King coming to the plate. And that's going to be it for Aiden Page, I believe. Babiuk with his third hit of the night. So he redeems himself for not getting the bunt down. So if this is indeed Hankins just came off that Louisiana State Shreveport team that went undefeated this year. So obviously he's no slouch. And it is number 14, David Hankins. Hankins this is his fourth game. He's only pitched 4 innings. He's got 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. He's got 1 loss and 1 save in those 4 innings and has a 0 ERA. So the Mavs are cooking. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Now I know this inning didn't go well for Aiden Page, but my goodness, he pitched his heart out. The hits are even at 10 apiece. Each team has committed 2 errors. The Red Sox up 5-4. So as we said earlier, it's all about execution now. Nate King up for the Mavs. King is 1 for 3. Struck out his last at bat. That was against Page. I wouldn't even be a bit surprised if King doesn't put down a bunt. Swinging away, fouls the first pitch off. Good fastball from Hankins. King a little bit behind on that. Seward at first, playing in on the grass. Middle infield looking for a double play. Corner by on the baseline. There's a ball hit to the second baseman. That's going to be a double play. And the run comes in to score. But wow, the Red Sox get out of a jam there. They'll easily give up the 1 run for the 2 outs. When you have bases loaded and nobody out, if you only score 1 run, you're a little bit defeated by doing that. And if you only give up one run, which the Red Sox are looking to do right now, that's a moral victory. So a runner at third, which is Babiuk. And we have Micah Dvorak at the plate. Dvorak swings at the first pitch. He took a healthy cut and fouled it straight back. Curveball in there for a strike. So that won't be an RBI for Nate King because of the double play. Dvorak fouls that off. Morrison at third base. A swing and a miss, and Dvorak goes down swinging for the third out. So a great defensive stand by the Regina Red Sox. Bases loaded, nobody away, and the Mavericks only are able to score one run. So we're tied going into the top of the ninth, folks. Stay tuned. So in other WCBL games, Energy Cactus Rats beat Swift Current 9-8, and they also beat Moose Jaw Miller Express 3-1. Sylvan Lake is up 7-2 on Brooks. There's a rain delay there. And in the second game, Moose Jaw Miller Express are up 3-0 on Fort Mac Giants in the bottom of the seventh. And Okotoks are up 17-1 on Lethbridge in the seventh inning. But let's get back to this game. This is a gem of a game, folks. First pitch swinging out into right field, and Volcano under it easily for the first out. That is Justin Simard. Matthew Fox coming to the plate. Fox is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch catches the corner for a called strike. Umpire asking the PA to turn off the music. Oh, a swing on a curveball that was way outside. Fox knew it right away and tried to hold up, but couldn't. Count is 0-2. Another one and another swing and a miss, and 3 pitches later, Fox is going back to the dugout. So top of the order. This is where things get dicey. Jordan Tucker at the plate. Tucker scored the go-ahead run at that time for the Red Sox in the seventh inning. He led off with a single. Looks to bunt and gets hit right on the arm. Ouch. They're asking whether or not he went on it. He pulled back, but boy, he got that, I think, right on the right arm muscle. So he'll be at first base. Hopefully he's going to be okay. He's stretching his arm. Tucker has played a fantastic center field tonight. Had one inning, we tattooed a couple of balls out into right center, and he was like a gazelle running them down. From Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Plays college ball at Rogers State in Oklahoma. Rogers is just a little northeast of Tulsa. So we have a runner on first base, 2 away, and more trouble here with Raphael Jackson. Jackson is 2 for 4 tonight. He scored 2 runs. That pitch in there for a called strike. This is Diaz's 3rd inning of work. That ball is popped up to the third baseman, Carter Roth, coming in. He's got lots of room and makes a catch for the 3rd out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th, folks, tied at 5. The line score, 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and that's for both teams. How even is that? For the Mavs, they're going to have the top of the order with Freeman, Uzawa, and Carter Roth coming up. Stay tuned. This is going to be a fantastic finish. So here's what we got going on, folks. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 5. Top of the order for the Mavs with Jeremy Freeman coming to the plate. Freeman hit a double his last plate appearance. Takes that first pitch for a called strike. A ball over the first baseman, just landed on the line. And Freeman was able to trot into second base.
Good evening, folks.
I'm going to pass this over to Truman, who is here to make the call for the bottom of the 9th.
Well, I'll be back and forth, so me and Wayne will be switching places. I'm also doing the in-game PA tonight. Freeman a swing and a miss here on a 1-2 count. Hankins on the mound, and I've been monitoring the game on the side. I'm sure Wayne is taking you through this journey, but I'll help him close things out here. Freeman going to foul that one to the backboard. But you may hear someone running back and forth because I do have to announce the next batter up.
Well, Truman and I made a deal tonight that if it gets to the bottom of the 9th and there's a possibility of a walk-off, he was going to come and make the call.
We'll see if Freeman can do that here in the bottom of the 9th inning. This game has been as even as it gets, and that one fouled off.
The Mavs had a glorious chance last inning. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Freeman, oh, that one walking a tightrope.
Just missed low and outside.
And gets him looking.
Great pitch by Hankins. Just missed on a pitch earlier, but gets that call in a very same location for the first out. So UC Osawa coming to the plate. UC is 1 for 4 tonight. Hankins got a great arm.
Swing and a miss from Uzawa on the first offering. So 1 out, and now a chance for Uzawa to do some damage. He's going to float this one, and it's going to hang in the air. It's out in left field via the fly ball.
So 2 quick outs by Hankins and the Red Sox. And now Carter Roth coming to the plate. Roth is 0 for 4 tonight. Flew out to right field his last plate appearance, but that was against Page.
And Carter Roth, the most dangerous hitter for the Mavericks, checks in at the plate. Already has a strike on his name here against Hankins. Not known for his long ball hitting, but in this spot, you almost feel like he's due to get one eventually with how many he's hit this year across the diamond. Count is 1-1 here. Roth might just be looking to get on.
Yeah, he'll look to get on, and then you've got Aaron Volcano behind him, so his job is just to pass the baton to the next hitter.
And if we get to Johnny Volcano, he's in the hole. Already had a clutch hit tonight. It looked like it was almost going to clear the fence at one point. That one low to Roth. So the count runs full. Roth's got speed on the base path. He's a guy you don't want to let on. It's tough to score from first in any situation, though, so it's not the end of the world for the Red Sox. Here comes the throw. It's going to be hit over to short, playable. Throw over to first, a high one, and it's in there. We will see extra innings here at Athletic Park when we come back.
So we go to the top of the 10th. The courtesy runner at second base will be Rafi Jackson. And we got Searing, Seward, and Wright coming up for the Red Sox. Diaz still on the mound.
Searing, one of the best hitters in the league over the last 2 years. He's always around the 350, 400 mark. Was an all-star last year, in the MVP conversation for most of the season. But he's facing a guy that could be named an all-star this year, Luis Diaz, and he has been great today once again. The slider's been turning nice. Even had some good looks with the fastball so far. But now he's got to deal with a runner behind him.
Searing has 3 hits tonight. 3 for 4.
And a strike there from Diaz. Luis getting that ERA down game by game. He's looking to do more of that here. Ooh, a jammed one over to Searing. The count's going to go to 2-2.
Good fastball in on the hands there from Diaz. Pitching's been very good tonight on both sides.
And we weren't sure how long we were going to get the good start for the Mavs. Foster Voiko with one off the shin earlier in the game, but he stayed in and he battled. And all pitchers have battled it out in this game. They've been at each other's throats.
No action in either bullpen. I think it's Diaz and Hankins' games to win or lose.
Diaz is already up around 30 innings pitched this year just as a reliever. It's more numbers. That's more innings than many starters. Here's the throw from Diaz on 2-2. Couldn't work it back inside and couldn't get a chase from Searing as well.
Good breaking pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Searing walks more than he strikes out. 2-to-1 ratio.
Here's the throw on full count. Diaz down the pipe. This one's going to be hit over into center field, and it's going to drop. Runner will definitely score as Jackson's got good speed. He's around third base and in, and it is a 6-5 Red Sox lead.
That pitch taken high for ball 1. Boy, Searing is 4 for 5 tonight. 2 RBIs his last 2 at-bats. Both times putting the... Ooh, where was that pitch? Didn't go. Called outside. The count is 2-0. Both RBIs putting the Red Sox ahead. First 5-4 and now 6-5. There's a swing. Check swing. Looked like Seabird wasn't totally committed to that swing. Wanted a fastball. Thought it was a fastball, but it ended up being a curve. Seabird had the big 2-run home run in the first inning in tonight's game. That pitch just misses outside. I think the umpires have been very good tonight, especially Connor Joslin at home plate. There were some questionable calls at first and at third, and an interference call at second base, but my goodness, it's been a well-played game. 3-1 the count. Curveball, swing and a miss. Again, Seward looking fastball, got the sharp breaking pitch. So the count is full. So now Seward has to be thinking, Curveball or fastball? Curveball it is, and it's fouled straight back. He might have been waiting on that one. That pitch just a little bit too much of a hanger from Diaz. Count is full. Definitely like a round ball here. Get a double play. These two teams will be right back at it again tomorrow night at 7:05 here at Athletic Park. That pitch fouled right back again. And then on Saturday and Sunday, the Saskatoon Berries come to town. So the Mavs in for a very tough 4-game series here, all at home. Oh, a good off-speed curveball had Seward out front. Took a little off that, pulled the string on that curveball, and Seward couldn't hold up. That was a great mano-a-mano sequence. Seward kept fouling off tough pitches, and Diaz didn't give in. So Diaz wins that battle. And now James Wright at the plate. Wright is 0 for 4 tonight. Struck out looking. There goes Syringe. Took off. Nobody paying attention to him down there at all. It's first base. Diaz never threw over. And just a pitch before that, or a couple of pitches before that, Syringe talked to the first base coach. They were whispering to each other, and I think Syringe was asking, if I get a good jump, can I go? And he did go. He got in there cleanly. There's a ball off the end of the bat. So the count is 1-1. Mavs definitely don't want Syringe to score at second base. Being down by 1 is a lot different than being down by 2. That pitch is outside. Being down by 1, you still have the opportunity to sack bunt if you want. Down by 2, you've now got to get a couple of hits to score 2 runs. Syringe has a good lead. Inside move by Diaz. And that doesn't hurt. Let him know that you're there. It might have worked a little bit last pitch too, or the pitch when he stole. But Diaz is focused on the hitter. That's the one that can hurt him, and he did get Seward to strike out. There's a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. On deck, Jaden Collar. There's a pitch. Yes, he did go. Call third strike. He didn't think he went, but the call was made by the home plate umpire. No appeal necessary. So Jaden Calera coming up. Jaden is 0 for 4. Got on base with an error to the shortstop. Struck out looking his last plate appearance. So 2 away. Syringe at second base. He had the go-ahead RBI single to drive in Jackson from second base. Jackson was the courtesy runner. I think Syringe will be taking over the batting title from Carter Roth after tonight's game. Roth 0 for 4. 0 for 5. And Jackson Syringe is 4 for 5. But the win is what you really want out of all of this. I'm sure Roth will be okay if the Mavs can win this game. And the good thing about having a bad night in baseball, you get to play again the next day. That pitch just misses outside. Every day is another day to turn it all around. Count is 1-1. Courtesy runner for the Mavs will be Carter Roth, and the hitters will be Volcano, and Morrison. That'll be in the bottom of the 10th. There's a check swing, but he went around, called strike. Count is 1-2. Here's a pitch from Diaz. Curveball, ground ball hits softly to Jaden Babiak at second. He flips it over to first, and that'll be the third out. So a good job by Diaz. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th, folks. Hey, you got to love a game like this. Less than 2.5 hours, I'm sorry, just a little over 2.5 hours in, and we're already into the 10th inning. And we kind of missed a trivia question. We were going to have a trivia question for you for tonight, but I'll give you the trivia question anyway. What year was Major League Baseball formed? What year was Major League Baseball formed? Now, you can take some wild stabs at that, but it was a long time ago. Was it after or before World War I? So Hankins is back on the mound. This is his game to win or lose. Right now, he'd be the winning pitcher. So Major League Baseball was formed in the year 1869, before the American Civil War. Can you believe that? So we have Carter Roth at second base. He'll be the courtesy runner. And we have Aaron Volcano at the plate. Volcano is 1 for 3 tonight. Got hit by a pitch, also struck out. But he has an RBI. And here's Truman.
And Roth's got good speed over at second base. Mavs just need one, and the strategy is to bunt him over here. It's something we've seen a lot from this Mavs team this year, and seems like a no-brainer in extras down 1. Hankins, a couple of looks. Here's the delivery. Bunt is going to be down. It takes a slow roll, a perfect roll, and he is out at first, but job well done. Carter Roth over to third.
That was a great bunt, and Volcano, as we said earlier, he does not give up on any ball, and that was bang at first, but he was out. Good play by the third baseman, over to first base, Seward. So Roth at third base and Johnny Volcano up at the plate. So the infield is playing in. They'll check the runner. That pitch in there for a called strike.
Volcano, known for making his hay in these big moments. He's done it time and time again over his 3-year Maverick career, which has spanned just over 100 games. One of 2 active players on this team to have played 100 games, him and Tyler Vanesti. But can he get one more big moment in front of Hankins? This pitch is high. Almost had a home run earlier tonight, Wayne. He was a few inches from carrying that one over the fence. Hankins will collect. Johnny's first goal to get Roth into home plate. Count is 2-2. Fans not pleased with that call. Volcano, a swing and a miss. And so he will be sat down.
Great pitch by Hankins. He's got that sharp breaking pitch. Broke it off the outer part of the plate, and Volcano couldn't hold up. So 2 away. And now it's up to Evan Morrison. The first pitch is a swinging strike.
Morrison had a walk-off hit last year against Moose Jaw. He had a big-time home run this year as this one's deflected aside, and the Mavs are down to their final strike here at home and their win streak on the line. It reached 11 after last game, and the 12th hanging in the balance. Pitch from Hankins. Swing and a miss. He sits Morrison down, and that's the ball game. The Mavs' home win streak has been ended, and Morrison with a strikeout, that ends the day.
Morrison talking to the umpire. I don't know what he's talking to the umpire about. A little upset, but, you know, he had 3 pitches. Missed all 3 of them, but, well, folks, we're going to be back with a very quick wrap-up here in about 20 seconds, so stay tuned if you want to hear our summary of what took place in this game. Well, the Red Sox come into Medicine Hat tonight, and they score 5 runs and put up 11 hits, committed 2 errors. The Mavericks had 5 runs, 10 hits, and committed 2 errors. Full marks to the Regina Red Sox tonight. I think they played the better game. And folks, my summary has that there was only 1 walk in the whole game, and that was given out by Holden Hungerford. So when you go have 20-some, I guess 11 innings times 6 outs, and you only have 1 walk, that was a well-pitched game. I was very impressed with Aiden Page. Came in and pitched 3 1/3 innings, struck out 3, and full marks to David Hankins came in, and he shut the door, and he struck out 4. So a well-pitched game by both sides. Diaz is the unfortunate loser in this game, but Voitko had a great outing, going 6 1/3 innings, only giving up the 4 earned runs. So these 2 teams will be right back at it tomorrow night at 7:05. Mavs have to get back on the winning streak, and as we said, 4 tough games in a row after or beginning with tonight's game against the Red Sox. And as I said, full kudos and full marks to the Regina Red Sox tonight. Great game. Hope you enjoyed it, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow night.